The iPad Pro has always been Apple's most ambitious tablet. From the very beginning, Apple positioned it as the future of computing. They told us it could replace a laptop. They gave us desktop-class processors, advanced displays, and accessories like the Magic Keyboard to make it feel almost like a MacBook. But in 2025, the story of the iPad Pro might reach a new turning point because leaks suggest that Apple's brand new M5 chip is coming to the iPad Pro lineup. And if the leaks and early benchmarks are accurate, the M5 could completely change the game. In this video, we're going to break down everything we know about the upcoming iPad Pro M5, from performance leaks to design rumors, release date expectations, and what this upgrade really means for Apple's long-term iPad strategy. So grab your seat because this story has everything: leaks from Russia, surprise YouTube unboxings, and even speculation about whether the iPad Pro M5 is the most powerful tablet in history. Let's begin with the leaks that shook the community. Just a few days ago, a Russian YouTuber managed to get his hands on what appears to be an unreleased iPad Pro with the M5 chip inside. He didn't just show us the design, which looks almost identical to the M4 Pro. He actually booted it up, ran Geekbench 6 tests, and gave us the numbers. And those numbers are wild. The M5 scored over 4,100 in single-core performance and more than 15,400 in multi-core. To put that into perspective, the M4 iPad Pro had scores closer to 3,600 single and 13,500 multi. That's a big leap in just one generation. And it gets better. The GPU scores in the Metal benchmark showed more than a 30% improvement. For creators, gamers, and professionals, this could be the upgrade they've been waiting for. But raw numbers only tell part of the story. Apple's M5 is built on an improved 3nm process, making it more efficient and more powerful at the same time. That means the iPad Pro M5 might not only be faster, it could also have better battery life under heavy loads. Imagine editing 8K video or working with large 3D models on a thin, fanless tablet and still getting all-day battery. That's the promise of this chip. And if the leaks are true, Apple might finally deliver on its vision of the iPad Pro as a true computer replacement. Now, what about design? This is where things get a little less exciting. According to leaks and early hands-on footage, the M5 iPad Pro looks nearly identical to the M4 version. Same thin bezels, same camera layout, same premium flat-edge design. Some fans were hoping for a complete redesign, maybe slimmer bezels, a landscape front camera, or even a new finish. But so far, it looks like Apple is going with the classic chip-and-ship strategy. That means focus on internals, not externals. But don't count Apple out yet. There are whispers of a dual-front camera system being tested. If true, this could make video calls much more dynamic, enabling things like better center stage tracking, advanced AR effects, or even stereoscopic FaceTime in the future. Another rumor points to display improvements. The M4 iPad Pro already shocked the industry by being Apple's first device with an OLED display using tandem OLED technology for insane brightness and contrast. The M5 version is expected to refine that further, possibly bringing even better HDR performance and efficiency. Some sources claim Apple has been testing higher refresh rate support for external displays. Imagine connecting your iPad Pro M5 to a 5K or 6K monitor and getting full ProMotion at 120 Hz. That would make the iPad a true workstation for professionals who want desktop performance in a flexible form factor. Let's talk about use cases. Who actually needs an iPad Pro with an M5 chip? For casual users, an iPad Air or even the iPad mini will be enough. But for professionals, the M5 could unlock possibilities that simply weren't practical before. Video editors using Final Cut Pro on iPad could edit massive projects with multiple streams of 4K or even 8K footage. Music producers in Logic Pro could handle complex compositions with dozens of tracks and real-time effects without worrying about lag. Digital artists could push Procreate and 3D modeling apps to new heights, creating work that previously required a Mac or PC. And gamers could see console-level graphics, thanks to the GPU boost. Combine that with Apple's push into cloud gaming and arcade, and you've got a device that might finally blur the line between tablet and console. But here's the big question. Will the iPad Pro M5 finally get the software freedom it deserves? This has been the biggest criticism of the iPad for years. The hardware is always miles ahead, but iPadOS holds it back. An iPad Pro M5 with laptop-class performance doesn't mean much if you can't run pro-level software without limitations. Rumors suggest iPadOS 19 might bring more desktop-like features, improved external display support, and possibly new multitasking capabilities. Some even speculate that Apple could eventually allow macOS apps to run in some form. That might be a stretch, but one thing is clear. The pressure is on Apple to match the M5 hardware with equally ambitious software. Now let's move to release date and pricing. Apple typically refreshes the iPad Pro every 12 to 18 months. The M4 version launched in spring 2024. That means fall 2025 is the perfect window for the M5 upgrade. Recent FCC filings revealed new iPad model numbers, which usually means a launch is very close. Many analysts expect Apple to announce the M5 iPad Pro alongside the M5 MacBook Pro in October. As for pricing, don't expect it to get cheaper. The M4 iPad Pro started at $999 for the 11-inch model and $1,299 for the 13-inch. With the M5 upgrade and OLED refinements, Apple could even increase the price slightly, maybe to $1,049 and $1,349. That would cement the iPad Pro as a true premium device, out of reach for casual buyers but perfect for professionals who want the best. Competition is another angle worth discussing. No other tablet on the market comes close to the iPad Pro in terms of raw power and ecosystem integration. Samsung's Galaxy Tab Ultra series is impressive, but even with powerful Snapdragon chips, it struggles to keep up with Apple's custom silicon. Microsoft's Surface Pro is closer to a laptop than a tablet. That means the iPad Pro M5 will likely dominate its category once again, leaving rivals scrambling to catch up. But let's also be critical. Is more power what the iPad really needs? For years, Apple has given us crazy fast chips in the iPad Pro, but many users still feel limited by iPad OS. The iPad Pro, M2, M4, and now M5, all of them were overkill for browsing, watching movies, or taking notes. The real issue is software. Until Apple gives us true desktop apps, expanded file management, and fewer restrictions, the iPad Pro will always feel like a Ferrari stuck in traffic. The M5 might be Apple's chance to change that perception, but only if they pair it with meaningful software updates. Let's not forget accessories. The Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil are due for updates too. Rumors suggest a new Apple Pencil 3 with interchangeable tips and enhanced haptic feedback. That could make drawing and note-taking feel even more natural. The Magic Keyboard might get a redesign to make it lighter, thinner, and more laptop-like, addressing one of the biggest complaints about the current version. Together with the M5 iPad Pro, these accessories could create a package that truly feels like a laptop replacement. So what's the final verdict on the leaks? Based on everything we know, the iPad Pro M5 is coming this fall with Apple's most powerful chip ever, a refined OLED display, and likely some accessory updates. The design may stay the same, but the inside is where the magic happens. For professionals, this is huge. For casual users, it might be overkill. And for Apple, it's a chance to prove that the iPad Pro isn't just an expensive toy, but the future of computing. Now it's your turn. Do you think the iPad Pro M5 will finally live up to Apple's promise of replacing your laptop? Or do you think it will be another case of amazing hardware held back by iPadOS limitations? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate is just getting started. And if you're excited for Apple's next wave of products, make sure to subscribe because we'll be covering not just the iPad Pro M5, but also the MacBook Pro with M5 Pro and Max chips, the upcoming iPhone 17, and even the rumored iPad mini refresh. The Apple ecosystem is about to get more powerful than ever, and you won't want to miss what comes next.